Knowledge without action is pointless. How to turn what you know into real success. By Daily Mindset and Health Adjuster to Success.
See, in life, you can go through life, you can come up with reasons or you can come up with results. You can come up with excuses or you can come up with achievements. You can go through life blaming or you can come up with solutions. The choice is in your hands, satisfaction or despair. We can choose that.
And subscribe.
You don't get better on the daggone couch. You get better by coming out here and getting the f*** after it every daggone day.
It's very, very simple to get what you want, but it's not easy. It's your job to make yourself do the crap you don't want to do so you can be everything that you're supposed to be.
Welcome to Steps.
And you're so damn busy waiting to feel like it.
Please.
And you're never going
like,
to.
Comment,
ever.
And subscribe.
No one's coming. No one. No one's coming to push you. No one's coming to tell you to turn the TV off.
Welcome to
Everybody wants
Steps
the prize,
to
but
be
nobody loves the
successful
process.
video.
Everybody wants to be a champion, but nobody's willing to put in the work that it takes to be a champion. Everybody wants to hold up the trophy and say, man, I did it, but nobody's willing to put in the work that it takes to do it. I love the process.
We live in an age of endless information where learning feels like progress. We collect books, binge tutorials, and feel empowered by every new fact. But knowledge alone is passive, potential energy waiting to be used. Like a recipe, it means nothing until you actually cook. We often mistake gathering information for real growth. True change only happens when knowledge meets action. The action gap is where our best intentions stall. We know what to do, exercise, save, create, but rarely act. Perfectionism and fear keep us stuck, waiting for the perfect moment. We become experts in theory, but not in practice. Real transformation comes from doing, not just knowing. The journey to who you want to be starts with action, not more information. Stop learning. Start living. Meet Alex, a brilliant mind trapped by endless preparation. He's read every book, refined every plan, but never launches his business. The pursuit of certainty has paralyzed him. Scholars' paralysis is when learning becomes a sophisticated form of procrastination. We protect ourselves from failure by never starting, but dreams sacrificed for perfect preparation go nowhere. Knowledge unused is wasted potential. Maria, an aspiring artist, knows everything about painting except how to start. Her studio is ready, her ideas vivid, but her canvases are blank. The fear of imperfection keeps her from creating. She loves the dream more than the messy reality. Both Alex and Maria are stuck on the edge, never diving in. Life is defined by what you do, not what you know. Dreams require courage, not just planning. Knowledge is potential. Action is power. Imagine Alex finally making one call about his business idea. That single step turns theory into reality. Like learning to ride a bike, you only learn by doing. Every journey starts with one imperfect action. Don't be overwhelmed by the big picture. Just take the next step. Success is built one action at a time. The first move bridges the gap between dreams and reality. Action creates a feedback loop. Results teach you more than theory ever could. Alex's first call brings real feedback, not just ideas. Maria's first painting teaches her more than any art book. Act, learn, adjust, repeat. This is how progress happens. Mistakes aren't failures, they're lessons. Without action, knowledge is just a hypothesis. The only way to get it right is to start, stumble, and improve. Become an active participant in your own life. Success is rarely a single, giant leap. It is the result of small, consistent actions taken over time. Each action is like laying a single brick. One brick doesn't look like much. It doesn't look like a house. But if you lay one brick every single day, eventually you will have a strong, solid wall. And then you will have a foundation. And before you know it, you will have built the house you once only dreamed of. This is the power of momentum. Action builds on action. Every small step you take makes the next step easier. When you start taking action, you begin to change your identity. Maria stops thinking of herself as someone who wants to be a painter. After painting for a few days in a row, she starts to see herself as a painter. Alex stops being the guy who is planning to start a business. After a few client calls and a small project, he becomes a business owner. This shift in identity is profound. It changes how you see yourself and what you believe you are capable of. You are no longer defined by your intentions, but by your actions. This creates a positive upward spiral. This process builds a different kind of confidence. It's not the fragile confidence that comes from reading another book or getting another certificate. It is a deep, resilient confidence that is forged in the fire of experience. It is the confidence of knowing you can handle challenges because you have handled them before. It is the confidence that comes from seeing your own efforts create tangible results. You know you can build the wall because you have already laid the first 100 bricks with your own 2 hands. This kind of self-belief is unshakable. Therefore, the key is to focus on consistency, not intensity. Don't try to build the entire house in one weekend. Just focus on laying 1 brick today. If you want to write a book, write 1 page. If you want to get fit, do 5 push-ups. If you want to build a business, send 1 email. These small actions create ripples of progress. They build momentum that carries you forward, making it easier to keep going. Knowledge points you in the right direction, but it is the steady rhythm of action that actually walks you down the path to success. One of the biggest barriers to action is that our goals feel too big. The idea of writing a book or getting in shape can be paralyzing. We don't know where to start, so we don't start at all. The secret is to make the first step so small, so easy, that you can't say no to it. This is the power of the 2-minute rule. When you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. This isn't about the final goal, it's about mastering the art of showing up. Instead of read a book every week, read 1 page. Instead of do 30 minutes of yoga, take out my yoga mat. Instead of study for my exam, open my notes. The point is to make starting as easy as possible. Anyone can read 1 page. Anyone can take out their yoga mat. By making the initial step incredibly small, you remove the friction that stops us before we even begin. It lowers the barrier to entry for action. This strategy works because it focuses on the beginning of the process. The most critical moment in any task is the start. Once you have started, it is much easier to continue. Once you've read 1 page, you might find yourself wanting to read a few more. Once your yoga mat is on the floor, you are far more likely to do a few stretches. The 2-minute rule is the perfect gateway. It is the small push you need to get momentum rolling. Think about the goals you have been putting off. How can you scale them down into a 2-minute version? Habit stacking links a new habit to an existing one you already do daily. Current habits are wired in your brain. By attaching a new action, you use the old habit's momentum to carry the new one. The formula: after I current habit, I will new habit. For example, to start meditating, after I pour my coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute. The old habit serves as the reminder. A few more examples. To exercise more, after I take off my work shoes, I will change into workout clothes. To feel more connected, after I sit down for dinner, I will ask my partner about their day. List your current daily habits, then list new habits you want to build. Find a place to insert the new behavior. Start small, then build on it. One reason we fail to act is vague intentions. Saying I want to work on my business is a wish, not a plan. To act, give your wish a time and place. Schedule it. If it's not in your calendar, it's not real. Scheduling transforms a vague goal into a concrete appointment instead of just thinking, schedule it. Tuesday, 7 to 8 p.m., work on website. Now the action has a home. Time blocking eliminates the debate about what to do. Take out your calendar. Break down goals into actionable steps. Give each step a time slot. Start with 30-minute blocks. Stop waiting for motivation. Plan for progress. A crucial shift in thinking must occur for us to truly bridge the action gap. We must value progress over perfection. Many of us are raised to believe that we must get things right on the first try, leading to what we've called the scholar's paralysis. We become so focused on creating the perfect plan or waiting for the perfect moment that we never actually begin. The truth is, the perfect moment is a myth. The only moment you have is now, and the best way to move forward is with imperfect action. This means you must give yourself permission to be a beginner, to be messy, and make mistakes. Think about any skill you have ever learned. You did not master it by thinking about it. You mastered it by doing it badly at first. It was through this messy process of trial and error that you improved. We must apply this same grace to our larger life goals. Embracing imperfection is a mindset of action over analysis. It is the understanding that you will learn more from doing something once than from thinking about it 100 times. Action takes you into the real world where you get immediate, tangible feedback. When you feel the pull of procrastination disguised as more research, you must consciously choose action instead. Ask yourself, what is one small, imperfect step I can take right now? The goal is to move forward. The single greatest emotional barrier to action is the fear of failure. This fear can be so powerful that it keeps our dreams locked away, safe but unfulfilled. We worry about what others will think. We worry about losing time or money. We worry about proving to ourselves that we are not good enough. To overcome this, we need a profound mindset shift. We must learn to reframe failure not as an endpoint, but as feedback. Failure is simply data. It is valuable information that tells you what isn't working, so you can adjust your approach and try something that will. Think of a scientist in a lab. When an experiment doesn't produce the expected result, does the scientist quit and declare themselves a failure? Of course not. They see the result as new information. They learn from it, change a variable, and run the experiment again. We must adopt this same detached, curious mindset toward our own goals. When you launch a project and it doesn't take off, you are not a failure. You have simply conducted an experiment that produced a specific result. The result is your teacher. It is guiding you toward a better path. This reframing process changes your entire emotional relationship with taking action. When failure is just feedback, it is no longer something to be feared. It becomes a necessary and even welcome part of the journey. You start to see risks not as threats, but as opportunities to learn. The question is no longer, what if I fail? The question becomes, what can I learn? This shift transforms your fear into curiosity. It makes you more resilient, more creative, and more willing to try bold new things. You understand that every no you receive is just moving you closer to an eventual yes. To practice this mindset, celebrate your failures as learning moments. When something goes wrong, take a moment to write down what you learned from the experience. What did the outcome teach you? What will you do differently next time? This conscious act of reflection turns a painful event into a powerful lesson. It trains your brain to see the upside in every setback. By changing your definition of failure, you strip it of its power. You are no longer held back by fear, but propelled forward by a desire to learn, grow, and discover what is truly possible. To make action a habit, the right tools can help. A simple journal is a powerful tool to plan actions, track progress, and reflect. Each morning, write down key actions for the day. End the day by celebrating accomplishments and learning from setbacks. A visual progress tracker is also invaluable. Use a calendar or a jar with marbles to track your progress. Seeing progress motivates you and provides positive reinforcement. Technology like habit tracking apps can also help. Choose tools that simplify, not complicate. Finally, create an environment that supports action. Lay out workout clothes, place healthy food at eye level, and create a clean workspace. Design your environment to make good habits the easiest path. Motivation is the fuel that powers your engine. Reconnect with your why, the emotional core of your ambition. Fuel your motivation by celebrating small wins. Reward yourself. It could be a movie, tea, or feeling proud. Find a community for support. Share goals with a friend for accountability. An accountability partner makes the journey less lonely. Motivation ebbs and flows. This is normal. Rely on systems on low days. Action creates motivation. Start acting and let motivation catch up. We have journeyed together through ideas and actions. Knowledge is only the map, not the territory itself. A life of fulfillment is built on the brave and consistent steps we take. The gap between who you are and who you want to become is bridged by intentional movement, no matter how small. True transformation begins the moment you decide to act. Use tools like the 2-minute rule to shrink intimidating goals. Embrace imperfection, choosing progress over perfection. Reframe failure as invaluable feedback. The journey ahead is yours to walk. The secret to unlocking real success lies within the wisdom you already possess. The time is now. Take the smallest possible action today. The first step is yours to take. Remember, if you want things in your life to change, you've got to make an adjustment in your mindset of change things in your life, another to get the result you want.
Hey, self. Adjust my frequency to ignite my energy as you...
Your wish is my command.